Both Prince William and Harry will take part in the Diana Legacy Awards scheme. However, their appearances will remain separate. This would make it impossible for Harry, who was trying to reach William, to build a bridge. Let's discuss this topic in the video, and welcome back to the Royal News 365 channel, my thirsty friends. Prince William will attend the Diana Legacy Award event in person, give a short speech, and present awards to 20 recipients. Harry will then make a virtual appearance by joining a video call with the winners. However, Harry's involvement will only take place once his brother has departed. This would make it impossible for Harry, who was trying to reach William, to build a bridge. Although both of them committed to supporting the event, which was established to honor their late mother, their refusal to fully join forces highlights their ongoing rift. If this is true, then I am also surprised. We have repeatedly witnessed Harry recklessly appearing at events that seem to have nothing to do with him. At least this time it makes sense for him to show up. After all, this is an event related to his mother, the woman he is most obsessed with in his life. He always uses her as a shield to score PR brownie points. Diana was proud of having an heir. I wonder what she would thought of the Africa Park scandal, hypocrite Harry, the social climbing Meghan, and expecting taxpayer-funded benefits. Harry still has a 12-year-old vision of his mother. He's made such a ridiculous circus of his outbursts about Diana that shows something is wrong with him. Not because he still reveres Diana. It's just because he hasn't been able to, or wanted to, address that, because he wouldn't have been allowed to skank. William understands this, he's dealt with it, and is still likely emotional when he thinks of her, yet he doesn't use her the way Harry does. One wonders if Harry would have idiotically donned that Nazi uniform and dropped all those racist slurs had Diana still been alive. Probably not, if that story about Diana telling Harry off for impersonating a person of color stranger's accent is true. Harry tries to place the blame on poor Catherine and William. However, Diana is looking down from above at Harry's lies, and most likely fuming. Harry would not have done most, maybe not all, of his stupid stuff growing up, yet he definitely would not have gotten away with his mother blaming William and Catherine for his poor choices. Diana would have been so embarrassed at how much her son uses her as a crutch to treat his brother and his family terribly. Diana craved family closeness, especially between the brothers, knowing how hard being a royal was. However, if Diana had been alive, still Harry would never fallen into the clutches of such a vile woman. Those are just impossible assumptions, and the person who has to prepare for the whole journey ahead is William. I believe he will not forgive Harry easily. The separation at this event also confirmed that. The fact that Harry's part of the evening won't start until William has left the property is interesting. William is like, no way do I want to see or hear him, not even on video, no thank you. However, immature Harry will never understand this. He must appear to seize every opportunity. That's why Harry tries to hog the limelight for being Diana's son, to tell people every waking hour that he is Diana's son. Because no one needs to be reminded that William is Diana's son. People can see William is Diana's son just by looking at him. That's why Harry had to put that dig in Way that his resemblance to Mum is fading, because William looks just like her and Harry can't stand it. Harry was always whining and whining. Even walking behind his mother's coffin made him groan. He didn't have to do that. Even so, he'd have felt awful if he didn't. It's the same reason some people decide to become pallbearers for their own parents or grandparents. It's awful at the time, yet you are glad you did it years later. Harry's on record saying he's glad he walked and he wanted to walk. He doesn't get to then pretend he was forced into it years later just to make a quick buck. William had to walk behind it too. You don't see him bleating on about it. William has faced his trauma and made his peace with it. I'm sure he still misses his mom and wishes she was there to be a nice nan to his kids, yet he's grounded in reality. Harry hasn't made his peace. He is perpetually stuck in that summer when his mom died, and it is ruining his and his family's lives. He completely forgets and/or chooses to ignore the fact that William is Diana's son also. He really sees himself as her only true son, and that sentiment would be there even without the witch, though she has helped him attempt to weaponize it. So when looking at the arrangements at the Diana event, I think this is a decent arrangement. There are going to be times when something comes up for their mother, awards, tributes, patronages, and this is a good compromise with both appearing but having their separate tributes. This is a time when William needs to step up and just act like a super dignified monarch. Rise above. I would love for them to ignore the call and chat amongst themselves, or turn their backs to the screen and chat amongst themselves. Harry needs to realize he's not welcome. And maybe half the audience leaves when William leaves. Who wants to hang around to hear Harry moan on and on? If only Harry could speak as an adult, not as a man-child determined to tell his pain from losing his mom. William is not giving Harold any recognition, and I'm here for it. Cutting off a toxic family member is tough, but as the public can, the constant whining about victimhood and crying doesn't end on the Harkles' part. Harry doesn't have the stones to show up solo without Charles in the room to protect him. The virtual appearance is because he's a coward, ongoing rift or not. I know many people cannot accept that Harry will appear, though Diana is his mother. This will give the appearance that once again, the Harkles are bulldozing for the half and half out model. Many are sick of these games. They want to defend the royal family against the constant trolling and trouble that Harry and Meghan were doling out. However, they feel disappointed when they keep hearing about Harry's return. More than anyone else, those who witnessed all the evil behavior of the Sussex couple will never allow them to resume royal duties or preferably prevent their return. So do I, and I'm sick of the effing long game. I'm sick of seeing Harry still on the royal website as representing the king and dividing their time between the US and the UK. I'm sick of what looks like fraud taking place with the line of succession. If these children were not born of Meghan's body, then take them out of the line of succession. I'm sick of how Harry refuses to address the African Park situation. I'm sick of their silence with their paid thugs, the Sussex Squad, who have made death threats and atrocities they wish came to the Wales kids without not once denouncing their vile comments. I'm sick of the royal family and the UK Parliament for not taking action to exile them by removing the prince title and all other titles. Princes have lost that status in the past, so I presume it could be done, even if it takes a long time. The simple fact is, she is his mother. He's going to exploit that. It's hard to deny him a non-royal moment, and this is not a royal moment. It was meant to be a legacy moment for a woman who had genuine interests as a genuine person. So Harry will appear, dragging the late Diana's bones about like Weekend at Bertie's, the quarter-century reunion, and he will diminish everything about it. Some Hollywood PR probably told him he could make bank. He's been using her as an excuse for years. He's a middle-aged man with access to the best help, yet has lectured us on his various media platforms over the years and still remains this person. I can't believe they announced it early, too. Usually it's a surprise visit so they can somewhat control things. I'd give anything for someone who finally got the opportunity to be in a conversation with him to fuck him up. He never has to face any consequences, and it's maddening. This is a chance to link his name with William's. It's strictly for the PR. They'll word it to say both brothers attended together or strongly imply William and Harry did a joint appearance, and that means the Markles are back in the royal fold. The Sussexes will make a lot of money on the clickbait and engagement with this particular one. Parliament has done nothing to curb his antics, which are getting even worse. Let them deal with the Harry situation. Maybe it will open their eyes a little bit. Harry would never actually get on the throne, but it would cause so much trouble dealing with it all. make them appreciate what they had and lost. So William will handle it within his ability. He would leave before reaching Harry's part. I hate the way the media tries to write as if Harry won't appear with William. The spin is typical, when the truth is the opposite. The Prince of Wales won't appear with Harry. I convinced William doesn't want anything to do with him, and since he's his brother, he knows how to get to him. Ignore at all costs. If he ignores Harry all the time, Harry gets even meaner. Sometimes the best offense is a good defense. He wants to reconcile with his brother. He does so badly, but his brother wants nothing to do with him, and it destroys him inside. Good on William for not giving this terrible bully and persecutor of his wife and family the satisfaction of trying to affiliate and use his connection to William to build his own profile. The media will push this rift and feud and talk about reconciliation, with never a mention of all the vicious things traitor Harry has done to his brother. They are turning William into a villain. However, that is not the problem. We're still here. There are still people who continually block Harry and Meghan's efforts. They can never erase all the bad things they have done. You and I will together witness the day the Sussex couple completely leaves the spotlight. That brings us to the end of this video. Do you agree with my opinion? Please comment to let us know your opinion. Don't forget to like and share the video so YouTube can recommend similar videos. And if you want to receive notifications about the latest videos, please subscribe. We will be back soon. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.